Sonya Massey's legal team and community leaders spoke out about Sonya's death for the first time just minutes after watching body camera footage of her shooting death.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was shocking. And it hurts to watch.
So in the Sonya Massey case, so someone has been arrested, the cop that murdered her, but they still have not released that body cam footage. He turned his body cam off, but I think either his partner or a fellow officer had theirs on. The Sangamon County deputy indicted for murder in the shooting of Sonya Massey denied bail, which is good. I'm glad he was denied bail because he is a threat to people and specifically black people. So he should not be roaming free because he is a danger to society. A former deputy, and this is NPR Illinois, a former deputy will remain behind bars after he was arraigned on 3 counts of first-degree murder and other charges in the death of Sonya Massey. She was shot and killed on July 6th. The Sangamon, I don't know if I'm saying it right, County State's Attorney John Milhisser said Wednesday Deputy Sean Grayson charged for his firearm inside Massey's home, striking her. He straight up murdered her. He added, allegedly, but I have to say that, he added the review of the case does not support findings that Grayson was justified in his use of deadly force. You think? I mean, come on. She called for help. She was not the perpetrator. Grayson has been indicted on 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Massey was pronounced dead at St. John's Hospital since her death. Few details have been released about what happened to Massey, a 36-year-old black woman. On Wednesday, body camera footage from the night she died was shown to her family in private. The family did not issue a private statement after viewing. Dozens of people stood outside the Springfield NAACP headquarters during the viewing to show support. It's hot here, so my brain is a little melted today. The ask was just last night for people to come here. And you see, we showed up today. We are following the family lead, whatever it is they ask. We're here to support that, said Sunshine Clemens of Black Lives Matter Springfield.
Now to Illinois and the outrage over the shooting of a mother of 2. The sheriff's deputy involved in the deadly incident has now been fired and is facing charges. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details.
This morning, prosecutors in Springfield, Illinois have charged former sheriff's deputy Sean Grayson with murder for shooting a mother of 2 in her home after she called 911 for help.
Requesting EMS, there's shots fired, stating that a female shot in the head.
On the night of July 6th, 36-year-old Sonya Massey called to report a prowler at her home. Grayson and another deputy responded to the scene where prosecutors say Grayson aggressively yelled at Massey to put down a pot of hot water. They say she put her hands in the air and said, "I'm sorry." But they say Grayson shot her in the face. Prosecutors claim while the other deputy still rendered aid and stayed with Ms. Massey until medical help arrived, Grayson at no time attempted to render aid to Ms. Massey. Grayson's body camera was not turned on until after the shooting, but his partner's camera was on, and prosecutors say the footage does not support a finding that Deputy Sean Grayson was justified in his use of deadly force.
We've seen too much of this, where an innocent person, unarmed, who actually called for assistance, was the target and the victim of a shooting by a police officer.
The incident sparking immediate protests.
She was a mother, she has children. That is an impact for generations.
We want the community to understand that once everything is released, to continue the peaceful protest and to continue to demand justice, because you have that constitutional right to do that, and justice will be served for Sonya Massey.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
It looks like on Monday, we're going to be able to see this body cam footage, and apparently it was other reports that said that they are getting ready for like riots. I mean, we had protesting, and yes, there were some riots during the George Floyd protest, and I'm not sure if it's going to be even worse than that, but I kind of expect it to be. Honestly, I mean, we have this young, vibrant woman. I mean, she's 36 years old, which is like a year younger than my husband. My husband's 37. And she was worried about a prowler, and she called the police. And had she looked like me, she'd be alive. And I know that to be true. I mean, this guy could have done other awful things, but I doubt if I called the police and that was the man that showed up, that I would be executed. Basically, executed. It's really disgusting, but stay tuned for Monday. We'll get more details, and I really hope this man goes to jail for the rest of his life. He should never be released from prison, ever. He should never mix with general population, ever again. This is ridiculous. We need to protect people of color. We cannot keep watching them get murdered like this. This is not okay. This is not okay. We need a better America than what we have. Because I know people are going to say, we don't know what motivated. It was race. It was fucking race. This lily white man, like me, went in there, saw her. She's holding a pot of boiling water. I bet money you can visibly see how scared she was. We need to do better. We need to hold cops accountable. You know, they always exhibit behavior way before they do anything like this. Usually have racist remarks, things like that. So further down on this post, so it says, following the indictment, Crump called it an important milestone in the pursuit of justice for Sonya Massey's family. While nothing can undo the heinous actions of this officer, we hope the scales of justice will continue to hold him accountable, and we will demand transparency at every step. Massey's funeral was Friday in Springfield. Crump spoke to those in attendance about the body cam footage. It is going to shock the conscience of America, like the pictures of Emmett Till after he was lynched. Oh my God. Oh, if you don't know who Emmett Till is, he was a child. He was, I think, 13 or 14.
You could see how badly mutilated his body and his face was, how that disfigures him in a way that shocks this nation and shocks the sensitivity of a generation of activists that are going to have an important impact on the trajectory of the civil rights movement.
Nobody had been brought to justice for killing him, even though back then there was a trial. And at that particular time, nobody was convicted.
His assailants, the white woman's husband and his brother, made Emmett carry a 75-pound cotton gin fan to the bank of the Tallahatchie River and ordered him to take off his clothes. The two men then beat him nearly to death, gouged out his eye, shot him in the head, and then threw his body tied to the cotton gin fan with barbed wire into the river. He paid the ultimate price. That should happen to no human being on earth. Yeah, so thanks for watching. There will be more on Monday. I assume it's 10 a.m. on Eastern because not 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm in Pacific, so I'm assuming 10 a.m. there, which would be 7 a.m. my time. So hopefully I will be up and I can watch it, be very disgusted, and then make a new video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.